We are currently in that so-called buying period with the NBA and the NFL currently in the middle of their off-season, which does mean we're in a little bit of a lull, but this is a great time to buy, and today I'm going to highlight 3 buy low investments that may be worth a look. What's going on, guys? Matt here, back again with another video. So obviously there are a variety of ways that you can invest your money in sports cards, and often buying into hype isn't a great way to go about it. We're going to do the opposite today and try to identify 3 players who have shown ability in their careers thus far, but have had a drop in their value. You might not like these selections because they aren't as flashy, but again, we're trying to find value over anything else. These obviously present a bit of risk, so make sure you do your own research before buying into them. First up, he might be the most hated player in the NBA right now, but there's no denying his talent, and that's Ben Simmons. Now I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine this. The Brooklyn Nets are holding the NBA Finals trophy up after beating the Los Angeles Clippers in a tight series. Kyrie Irving was nearly able to play every game with the vaccine mandates being removed. Ben Simmons returned from his back surgery and his season of basketball with a 3-point shot, finally having his best statistical season in his career. His elite defense paired with KD's length in a wing-dominant league was so versatile that it smothered teams with ease. And of course, KD showed why he's the game's most gifted offensive player in winning the NBA Finals MVP. So this is the best case scenario for the Nets with what they have right now, but at the moment it's at an all-time low, but not just for them, but Ben Simmons as well. As I've mentioned before, Simmons is coming off a season of no basketball, and there's no player that has probably received more criticism in the past 12 months. NBA player comp for Simmons has always been between LeBron James and Magic Johnson, but unfortunately he's not been able to deliver on those expectations. A key criticism for Simmons has been his lack of development throughout his career, and even when you do look at his stats on face value, there's not much improvement there. In an evolving league trending towards the 3-point shot, he's been put down consistently over the lack of his shot as well, and I think we all get tired of the off-season workout videos of Simmons hitting threes because we get to see it in-game on a consistent basis. Make of it what you will, but this guy's still one of the most talented young players in the league, even without a consistent 3-point shot. Physically, he has the tools, as he's a 6'11" point guard who has incredible court vision, and he's also one of the best defenders in the league in terms of his length and versatility. The 2 things he essentially needs to become an elite player is confidence and a consistent jump shot, which I think can be fixed with hard work. I know it's easy to put him down after the last 12 months, but honestly, get on YouTube and look at his highlights and it will make you remember how dominant of a player he can be. He's still 25 years old, so it's not like he's a finished product, and I would take him over other prospects at his price. His Silver Prism rookie PSA 10 has come down to $400 from a price of $1,000 around a year ago, and likability can also influence a player's investing potential, so that may affect Simmons as he isn't well liked by fans. Now let's move to another sport for a fallen potential buy with quarterback Baker Mayfield. Before I start, I think it is pretty crazy that the NFL season is just over 2 months away from starting, and at the time of recording, Baker is still currently on the Cleveland Browns, who recently obtained Deshaun Watson and handed him a massive contract. This was seen as a bit of a shock, as although Watson is a top 10 quarterback when healthy, he hasn't played in a season thanks to the current allegations he has against him. The Browns seem like they have no interest in having Baker as a backup, as they also signed Jacoby Brissett in the offseason, and I'm pretty sure Baker has no interest in being a backup as well. He was the number 1 pick in the popular 2018 NFL draft class that also featured other QBs like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I think people forget that the Browns in the previous season went 0 wins and 16 losses, so they were really starting at rock bottom. Baker's rookie season was very impressive, and in the 13 games he played, he was able to lead the Browns to a 6-win and 7-loss record, throwing 27 touchdowns. Now those 27 touchdowns were the most thrown by a rookie quarterback in a season until Justin Herbert beat that record a couple of years ago in 2020. His following season was disappointing, finishing with 1 more touchdown than interception, but the Browns were coached by Freddie Kitchens, who was terrible and ended up being fired at the end of the season. Fast forward to the 2020 season under a new head coach, and he was amazing along with the Browns, leading them to their first winning season since 2007 and their first playoff appearance since 2002. They were considered as underdogs against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the wildcard game and beat them before losing to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Browns have had 3 different coaches in Baker's career, so there's been minimal continuity, and I feel like the blame can't be all on him. He has shown flashes throughout his career of being an amazing quarterback, but unfortunately the Browns and Baker Mayfield haven't had the consistency to sustain and support that play. I think Baker is too good to be a backup, and there's a couple of teams in the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks that may seek out his services. There have been rumors already of a trade, so I expect once anything anything is announced that Baker has an immediate price bump in his sports cards. The issue with those two teams is that neither of them are playoff contenders, so I would use it as a sell opportunity. But if you do think that Baker is a long-term play, there's probably no better time to buy than right now. The go-to card for NFL rookies is their base contenders auto rookie, and Baker's PSA 10 is currently going for $600. This is a massive drop-off from this time last year, where it was going for just under $2,000. Our last buy low candidate is another quarterback who has fallen, and that's Carson Wentz for the now Washington Commanders. Wentz was recently traded to the Commanders from the Indianapolis Colts, and this will be his third team after being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Like Mayfield, he is regarded as having a disappointing season this year. Stats-wise, it doesn't look too bad as he had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, but it was his disappointing play in the final 2 games which caused the Colts to miss the playoffs. Now let's talk about the Commanders as a team in general. On the positive side, they are in the NFC, which is seen as a generally weaker conference in the NFL. The Commanders also play in a division where a team hasn't won it at least 2 years in a row since 2004, and it also doesn't take much to win the division and then make the playoffs. It also helps that the Commanders have the 6th easiest schedule in the league for next season. They were tipped to win the division last season and do quite well, but a range of injuries, including one to their star defensive end Chase Young, as well as inconsistent QB play, meant they had a disappointing season. He isn't in the top 10 QBs in the league, but he doesn't need to be, as he's easily the best quarterback the Commanders have had since Kirk Cousins. I actually saw a YouTube comment that matches Carson Wentz perfectly in my opinion, in that he's one of the best QBs on an average day, but one of the worst when he's off. So this season, Chase Young will be returning, and this will probably be the best group of receivers that Wentz has had, with Terry McLaurin leading the way, as well as new draftee Jahan Dotson there as well. The Commanders are actually a very sneaky team, in my opinion, with a really good defense, and they just need stability at the quarterback position to just contend for the playoffs. What Wentz also provides is his ability to throw a deep ball, which Washington has missed over the past few years. He was ranked as the 7th best quarterback in terms of his deep ball last season, which should open up the playbook a bit more offensively down the field. I think people also forget that Carson Wentz had a near MVP level season in 2017 before getting an ACL injury, which did mean he missed out on the Super Bowl win against the Patriots. His peers that season even gave him the 3rd ranking in the yearly NFL Top 100 list, which is incredible considering the diverse range of players in the league. Since then, he's been very inconsistent, even leading to the Eagles drafting and eventually starting Jalen Hurts over him. And this presents a massive buy low opportunity, as he's a former Pro Bowl player and has a situation currently which caters to him. His contenders rookie auto doesn't have too many sales to compare with, but we'll use his orange prism number 299 PSA 10 rookie card here. His last sale was $115, which is a massive drop from $706 in July last year. That is it for our 3 buy low candidates. They may cause a bit of divide, but we're trying to find value here. Let me know below what you think. Smash the like button and hit subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys all in future videos. Take care.